So I want to show you guys how to make slip. Slip is used in ceramics like a paste. It helps connect pieces together, especially when they're in the leather hard state, or if you're trying to connect something that is in the plastic state to something that is in the leather hard state. So slip is just whipped up, really wet clay. Looks like this. And the easiest way to make this for yourself is to take, if you have any scraps, and you don't want to have a bunch of dry clay around, but I did talk about saving little bits of scraps. The easiest way to make this is to let a few pieces completely dry to bone dry. So these pieces are very brittle now. This is bone dry. It's just a few pieces. It breaks really easily. You don't want to break it a bunch though. And then I'm going to put some water on top of this, and you're going to see it's going to even start to, it's going to absorb it really quickly, and it's going to do what's called slake, which means fall down. It's starting to absorb that water. It's easiest to do this when the clay is bone dry. If you try to do this with just wet clay, it's harder to mix it up, I find. So I take some bone dry pieces and I put them in water, and in about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, this will all be slaked down. You can see it happening already. You can even hear it a little bit. It's kind of like bubbling because the air inside the clay is coming out. So I would let this sit for about 10 minutes, and then I would get a fork and you'll start to mix it. This looks really nice and whipped up because I made a big batch, and I literally used the whisk that you use to make eggs when it was wet, and it's kind of like very thick pancake batter now. And we'll use this when we connect pieces after we score. So we score the edges, especially if something, again, is leather hard. So for example, if you're going to attach a handle that's plastic to a mug that's leather hard, we're going to use slip after we score to help hold the pieces together. So I can gently start stirring this, and it's going to start to mix up into a slip. So slip, again, is just really wet clay. I didn't add anything else to this, just water. And it's already breaking down into this sort of paste. And I'm just going to let it hang out for a little bit. And then it'll mix up really well. And then if this starts to dry out while it's sitting, I could spray a little water on it. I can keep I keep this in a lidded container and just have it ready whenever I want to start building and connecting pieces. Okay. So that is how you can make some slip at home.